So what is liability? This is the second question. Liability isn't just about who's going to get sued if something goes pear-shaped. Liability is so much more than that. It's about legal responsibility. It means that you have a chance to change things, to improve and to stop something before it happens, to minimize the damage caused by whatever's going on. Embracing liability is a positive way, embracing liability in a positive way requires awareness. It requires awareness of the law, of personal responsibility, of people's rights, of policies and procedures, all these things. If damage is caused, then liability becomes about responsibility. Okay, responsibility for reconciliation, responsibility for recompense, and yes, there are some damages which might be so severe that reconciliation might not be possible, and that in those cases, for instance, if someone's gravely hurt in ministry or in something like that, it might be not a case. Liability becomes about remuneration. But generally, if you embrace your liability in the early stages, in the planning, in the preparation, in the implementation stages, you're going to be reducing the damage that's going to be, or the chance of damage that's going to be caused, and you're going to end up providing a greater protection for everyone in the ministry. So what are your legal and ethical responsibilities? Well, before answering this question, a helpful question is to think about, who are you responsible to or for? Okay, clearly there are those that you're ministering to, your clients. There are your leaders, those who are helping out, maybe the organisation that you're working for, the school, the parish, that sort of thing. There's the public, and then there's you. Okay, you need to be thinking about each of these people at some point. Obviously, at crunch time, you might not be necessarily thinking about all these people, but during the preparation, you should have spent some time thinking about each of these people individually. And asking yourself the question, am I doing the right thing by each of these people? Okay, so when it comes to your legal and ethical responsibilities, they're going to include things like work health and safety, making sure you've got checklists, that sort of thing, working with children requirements, duty of care, privacy and confidentiality processes, copyright protections, permissions for music, videos, etc., food handling. You might need to check with local council, reporting potential harm, making sure people leave in a better place emotionally and spiritually than they came in, theological accuracy of content if you're delivering content, providing a good role model, and public gathering laws, that sort of thing. The list goes on and on and on. But if you're running a ministry or an event, it is your responsibility to check what laws, what council bylaws, what industry codes of practice and organisational policies and procedures are going to apply to you. What are the consequences of a breach in ethical and legal behaviour? Well, okay, to bring an end to this session, I would like to reiterate my opening point. While some people mount the argument that we should follow the laws because if we don't, we might get punished, this falls short. Many might say that the worst case scenario of not following the law is that you might go to jail. This is not true. The worst case scenario of not following these laws is that you might hurt someone. Someone might be injured, someone might be gravely injured, or even more so, the true worst case scenario is someone might be driven away. They might be driven away from the church, from the faith, or from Christ himself. So, for this reason, we honour the rules and laws. It's out of love, not out of fear.